All right. It is from Anonymous. She says, I'm writing in because I'm currently having a difficult time with my boyfriend of 2.5 years. I'm in my early 30s. He's in his late 30s. When we got together, I made it clear to him that I was dating intentionally for marriage and that I want to have kids in the future. He said he wanted that as well. However, based on the experience in the second year of our relationship, I now have doubt in my mind on whether or not we are truly in alignment. We both experienced a lot in our lives before and since meeting, including his brother suddenly passing away. I was very supportive, created safety for him to share his grief, but I feel that there are trust issues that won't allow him to be vulnerable with me when he's going through things. He only wants to discuss the good experiences. We had a tough time earlier this year, and his inability to be vulnerable caused me to consider ending the relationship, but I gave him another chance to show me differently. I'm a direct communicator and I'm not afraid to admit my faults or mistakes. He struggles with this as well and making certain life decisions, especially when they involve someone else. For months now, we've been talking about moving in together, but almost every conversation has been initiated by me. I brought it up again recently as well as other concerns to make sure we were on the same page, but we weren't. And now he is saying we have to delay moving in together and he just doesn't understand my concerns. I was surprised but pissed because had I not brought it up, would he just be thinking that things are great between us and that I'm happy in this relationship? This conversation turned into an argument where he was defensive and all he kept saying was, I have a lot going on now. We saw each other once after this argument, had another argument the day after, and we haven't spoken since. It's been over 2 weeks. I reached out to his family after both disagreements to try to get an understanding of where his head is, and I'm left confused and hurt. I've watched him get his second bachelor's degree, and now he's in grad school for the next 3 years. He never told me that he thought I was in the way of him achieving his educational and career goals, and it's really hurting me that the things he once told me he wanted were seemingly based on lies and delusion. At this point, I feel he is showing me exactly how he feels about me. I don't think I should be the one going after him because I feel I'd be enabling his passive behavior, and as a woman, I don't think I should be chasing a man. I've been compassionate, giving him grace, and had time to improve and work on himself. I'm trying to be optimistic that things will work out ultimately. I know I cannot force it, and I will accept it if this is not what he wants and move on with my life. But do you think we can repair things from this point, or should we just go our separate ways? How is it possible that someone can just switch up their future plans and focus in life and not communicate any of that to their partner? Do you have any suggestions for communicating with someone who is avoidant and emotionally immature?
This is another reason why a man should focus on himself. In life, you are going to go through different vicissitudes, and that will let you know the type of woman that you have by your side. Now, if you listen to what she said they've been dating for 2.5 years, and along that time, he lost his brother. His brother passed away. Now, when a person lose a loved one, they have to grieve, they have to heal, and a wise woman will understand that I got to give this man some space. I can't really be focused too much on me right now. I can't really be focused on the things I want in the relationship. My man is broken right now. I got to give him some time to get his mental back on track. A lot of times what happens in situations like this, when you lose a loved one, if you're with a bird, she's not going to care, or she's not going to understand what you are going through losing a loved one. She's still going to be focused on, damn, he's not spending enough time with me. He's not communicating. He's not telling me how he feels. And if you listen to her, she said she had ended the relationship because of his inability to be vulnerable. Now, that's a man who is probably healing from within. He's probably like going through his own way of healing. He don't have to vocalize how he feels, especially if he don't want to talk about it. But instead, she ended the relationship. And as a man, if a woman leaves you while you're in a vulnerable position, it's best to leave her alone, because something will happen later on in life, and she already showed you how she's going to act. She already showed you how she's going to support you. He didn't put his focus on her because she already showed him that she can't be trusted. She already left, but then she left and she realized the grass is not greener on the other side. So then she came back around.
I feel like what I'm actually waiting for is a person that makes me feel like I want to have kids with them on my own. I'm not just sitting here dreaming about children and how I wish I had them. But I feel like if I found a man that I loved so much to the point where I was like, I think he would be a great father and I want to have kids with this person. Like I want to procreate and have a child come into the world that is like this person.
Here's the reality. If a woman is 31, single, and not sure if she want to have kids, I hate to say it, bro, but that's a woman who is for the streets. Now, y'all could believe me if y'all want to, the choice is yours. But you gotta ask yourself, bro, what she been doing in her 20s? If you're looking for a man that you want to have kids with, if that's your agenda, so pretty much what you're saying that when you turn 18, you couldn't find that man. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31, you're still of this mindset. That's crazy. And this is why men have to pay attention to the signs, bro. Because it's just crazy to be that age and you never found a man that you want to have kids with. But you always got to question a woman, dog. If you're 31 with no kids, I always question, why haven't your mothering instincts kicked in? Why haven't there been a point in your life in your 20s where you say, I want to be a mother? Because you're a woman. You're supposed to bring life into this world. You're supposed to be a nurturer. It's supposed to be a natural feeling. You're supposed to want to reproduce. If you're having sex with a man, you should want to reproduce his kids. If not, why are you having sex with that man? So that tells me that you're just someone who usually have casual sex. Because a woman who is virtuous, she's not going to just sleep with anybody. To the point where she's 31 and she done slept with a whole bunch of dudes that didn't matter in her 20s. But fellas, y'all gotta understand that some women are for the streets. And y'all gotta leave them in the streets. If a chick is 31 and single with no kids, that's a major red flag, homie. Trust.
It's just been about money with her. It's just been about money the whole time. That's the one that I was, my wedding was getting ready to start. And I had been telling her 2 months before we was going to Texas, look, I'm telling you now, you need to sign this prenup because I'm telling you, don't try me when I get there. You're not going to dictate how I take care of my mom and my sister and all. I know what you up to. And by the fact that we going through this, it's showing me a different side of you because we never had these type of conversations.
Yeah.
So, and with still my heart, a month is a month. We getting ready to go down to prepare for the wedding that week. She still hasn't signed it. So I'm like, look, bro.
What was the argument? I just want to know.
It really wasn't no argument. She kept saying she was going to sign it. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to sign it. But kept getting the attitude every time I brought it to her. So I'm telling her, I'm like, look, I'm going to embarrass you in front of all these people. Don't do it. Like, don't do it. But she know my heart. Like, she know my heart. And she thought that we was going to get there. Everything was going to be set. I was going to be dressed. And I wasn't going to turn back right there. I was going to have Kofi, you know what I'm saying, go through with it. So I'm sitting in the back and I got, Mike, Bibby, Stephon Marbury, all people who really love me, know what I've been through to get to this point. Everybody's so happy for me. Rest in peace, my grandmother. My mom was on the way to the wedding. My mama told me this after the wedding. My grandmother told my mom, it ain't gonna be no wedding today, on the way to the wedding. So not even knowing what was going on, she just said it out the blue. So while we back there getting dressed, we had a nanny at the time because we just had a daughter. And I'm telling her, like, man, go get it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do this. So she keeps going back, trying to pull her out. And my sister's in the room because my sister was in the wedding. So my sister's in the room. So all her bridesmaids are telling her not to sign it. Telling the girl, they in the room with my sister. So my sister walked out and just came in where the men was and just basically told me what was going on in there. Right. So I told her to go back. So to go back and I said, and I talked to Steph and them and, broke down for a minute, I said, start crying for a minute. I'm just trying to figure it out. And I'm glad I had my boys there. They was like, bro, you can't do that, bro. You work too hard. Like, it's something up, you know what I'm saying? So I called it off. I ended up wasting like close to $400,000 on the wedding, just wasted. And we ended up just, partying and our relationship never been the same since. We ended up having another son afterward, ended up getting back together and dating and trying to make it work for my daughter. And the same thing ended up happening.
And she never said why she wouldn't sign.
I know why. Yeah, she had motives. It's been the whole time.
Look, getting back together with a bird is crazy. Once a person show you exactly who they are, you gotta take them for who they are, bro. You can't get back together with them and think they gonna change. That's impossible. But the crazy part about this situation is she still got him. She didn't hit the jackpot, but she still got him because she still have kids with him. Fellas, look, if you get paid a lump sum of money, the type of women that you are going to attract are going to be birds. Do not think you will be able to attract women who gonna like you for who you are after you get the bag. If they weren't there before the bag, it's impossible for her to like you for you. And as a man, you don't let these type of things get too far, bro. Once a woman shows you any signs that she's a gold digger, that she's only after your money, leave her alone. The first sign that you see, because those type of women could never love men. Money is the root of all evil, and when a woman is strictly after your money, bro, I promise you that woman is going to be evil and she's never going to care about you. And after she drains your money, she's going to power up and find another victim. Yes, she's going to leave you after she takes your money. Trust me.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, how much should I spend on it?
I don't think it's a matter of how much. It's a matter of like effort, you know, or thoughtfulness. Agree.
What's the minimum though?
Minimum, like a dinner, maybe. I don't know, like $200 dinner. Yeah, just, I don't know. A nice dinner? I don't know. I don't want to go to Chipotle on a first date.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch. Y'all already know, man. STC, support the content. If you guys haven't yet, go ahead and follow me right now on Facebook. I'm going to be posting content every day on Facebook starting from today. Follow your boy right now, AyeQ Reactions.